video. The camera or the system of the camera can help you to take some still images. So maybe we are shooting an event here using a video, okay, and later we need some images. So we can take still images of the video itself, and the quality is really good. Not only that, but also the camera, it has a night mode. So if the environment was totally dark, we can use the night mode in the camera. So it's working very beautiful in the low light conditions. And you can, by the way, have a video audio output with USB. So we have a USB port on the camera, so you can have the audio video out of the camera itself over USB. And here we have something called HDR mode. HDR mode is a high dynamic range mode. So the camera will take the most bright picture and the most dark picture, and it will combine them to give you the best optimum quality. Not only that, but there's a very nice feature in these cameras. We have something called face tracking. So for example, who's running the camera here? You, right? If I want to keep moving like that, you need to move the camera with me, right? And this could be like hassle. It won't be easy, right? Especially if I'm moving too much. So the cool thing about our PTZ camera, there's a software, you buy this software, and you install it on your computer, for example. And you can tell the camera that this is the face of Nicola, or this is the face of Mark. So the camera will automatically follow him. So if the camera, take it as an example. If we have the camera here in the ceiling, or on the table there, and somebody is controlling the camera using the controller, okay? No need just to keep moving the joystick so the camera will follow me. You can just tell the camera by software, please recognize the face of Nicola, and she will move with me. Sorry? Sorry? If I recognize the camera, it will recognize that because it does recognize only the face, but the full body. Yeah. But usually, yeah, you have to really focus on the camera. Yeah, so the camera, it has the face tracking, which is really good. Especially, yeah, just one second.
Is it indoor or outdoor?
It is indoor camera.
It's indoor camera.
Yeah, but if you want it outdoor, there is a third-party company do outdoor enclosure. So you can use it outdoor also. Now, this is very cool, the face tracking feature. Why? Because if there's an structure, or maybe in houses of worships, or maybe a reality TV show, okay? You can tell the camera that this is the instructor, this is the speaker, so please follow his face. So it will be more easy to use. And these cameras, it has very nice application in reality TV. I think most of us, they are watching here reality TV, especially ladies, right? You like reality TV shows. You have reality TV here in Nigeria. Which one? Big Brother, like the one in Latin America. I think it's different version, right? Great. So for reality TVs, usually this type of camera, the PTZ camera, it's very nice because you can install many of them and they can just follow people in the reality TV. So this is another example. How we can install the camera? Not only that. Maybe you like to control the camera not from controller, Panasonic controller. Maybe you like to control it from your iPhone, right? Or from your iPad. So it is so easy. We have application. You can download it on your iPhone or on your iPad. You can control the camera from there, which is also another nice feature. And it's free. Don't have to pay money. I'll show you how we can connect our cameras. Show you an example. So this is a diagram. This is system configuration example, how we can connect the cameras. We have here the cameras, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, you can have up to 100 cameras. Okay? You need controller. This is the controller. You need the controller. The controller, I'll show you the picture of the controller. It's a small box. It has a lot of buttons and a joystick. The joystick, you can move the camera. Yeah, exactly. And you have buttons, so you can choose which camera you want to use. Now we have two controllers, one called RP50, and we have another one which is called RP120. The difference, number of cameras they can control. RP50, they can control 10 cameras, for example. Okay? But the RP120, it can control up to 100 cameras at the same time. And price-wise, it's not expensive. This camera, for example, if you want to go and check the price on CTS or BNH. For example, the price of the camera on BNH is almost maybe $5,000 maybe. The HD40 maybe $4,500, $5,000, something like that. And CTS also, they will support you with a very good price also. So this is the price of the camera. The controller is in the range of maybe $3,000 maybe. So this is my suggested prices, so you can have an idea about the prices. So you connect the cameras to the remote camera controller using normal SDI cables or IP cables. You don't need any encoder, by the way, because the camera itself, it has inside the encoder. And here maybe you can have some monitors, and you can get a switcher. Maybe whether it was Panasonic, and I prefer to be Panasonic, or maybe you can get any switcher from any different brand. It doesn't matter. Yes, sir.
That monitor stand for DVR.
I can't hear you, sorry.
Is that stand for DVR? Is that stand for DVR?
Monitor.
Is that stand for DVR?
DVR? No, it's different.
What is that?
Which one DVR?
DVR. You know, you mount the camera into the DVR system.
Okay.
That's how we want. I want to know more.
Maybe DVR is more security, right? Yeah, this is different. Like, the camera is connected to the remote controller itself using IP cables. Okay? Using like normal Ethernet cables. But here maybe you need a small hub or switch. That's all. And the SDI cables, it goes to the switcher. Or HDMI cables, it depends on the camera. If it was SDI or HDMI. Which one? Ah, okay. And it is SD card. SD card. Sorry, I didn't get the question. So yeah, it can record on SD card or even on USB, just for 1 second. Okay? So those are the two mediums that you can use. Now there's a very nice thing. The power of the camera, it is powered on Ethernet. So when you put the Ethernet cable inside the camera itself, okay, it will turn on. Yes. So you can stream live from the camera itself also. So it's good for churches or mosques. For example, if you have the camera inside the church or mosque, maybe you want to stream the event online, right? Maybe for Friday prayer or Sunday prayer, you can just stream it online from the camera, which is really good for streaming. And streaming, H.264, which is very light. Yes?
The controller, is there a way that you can patch each camera? By the way, you have 4 cameras. Let's say we have 5 cameras, and we have 1 here, and then one joystick is controlling the 4 cameras. If not patched, I think one might be facing the wrong position to the other one. But if they're being patched, you can actually address them differently to a particular direction.
Yes, this is a good question. Okay. First of all, I'll jump to the question after that, sorry. Okay. First of all, the cameras, you have something called presets. So you can go to the software of the camera and you can save some presets. So each camera can operate separately, independently, exactly. So this is number 1. Number 2, you can go to the attributes of the camera. For example, if we have 2 cameras in the same room, you can go to each camera and you can tell it that when I move the joystick to the left, move to the right. So it's so easy to use. It's so easy to use. Okay? So, good question, sir. You had a question, sorry. Yes. Exactly. Androids, that's I don't know. To be honest, I have to check, but I'm not sure. I think the one that we have is iOS, but let me check with the factory and I will give you an answer.
Now, the last topic is this. You understand it's anti-consume system.
Yes.
Which means it's like it's stored in a static position.
Yes.
Now, churches in Nigeria are very cool.
Yes.
As for some, now it's different from when you hand the camera. The effects, the video effects, is different
It's been videos. You take a picture, yeah. Maybe I'll steal some from you. What phone is that? What's the resolution? It's very nice.
Now, I'm thinking in the future to have tiny tracks that this thing how brochures will slide along.
We already have. I will tell you about that. We have a box camera, Panasonic box camera, 4K box camera. That one we are working with telemetrics, with Ventum. They have a very nice robotic systems. So you can put our camera on their robotic systems, fully compatible. So you're gonna have it as we just mentioned, on a trailer or fully robotic system. So we have it.
I just
Yeah. So let me just show you another camera that we have. By the way, this camera, it can give you full HD. Okay? And you can record SD also at the same time. It can give you two quality.
No, why not? It's coming out.
Hmm?
Can I clear ask you a question?
Yes, sir, sure.
When you started, you said something about quality of your product.
Yes.
You are talking about pocket friendliness again.
Yes.
Conveniently, I am the owner of this phone. I was basically an event phone. How many cameras am I going to plant in here to give me a good one?
Here. You don't need more than two cameras. That's your choice, but I will tell you something. I will put myself in your situation. How many cameras you need here? You need two cameras. One you can put it in that corner. That can just shoot all this. One camera is more than enough for all this room. But maybe if you want to switch between two pictures, you need two cameras. But such a small room, you don't need more than two. One in that corner, or maybe one beside the door. So the door will focus on me and all this area, and that one will focus on you as an audience. Don't know more than that. Maybe you need only one. It depends on your application, how much money you want to spend. Okay? So guys, yeah, let's move to the next product. I will not take a lot of your time.
Sorry, question.
Yes.
On the TTZ camera,
Yes, sir. Just one second, please. Okay. Yes, who was asking? Yes.
on the TTZ camera, talking of bringing it down to your switcher,
Yes.
what's the latency like? Is there any latency in it?
Nothing. You will never feel it, because the camera doesn't go inside the camera, and the video format.
You know, that's supposed to be like just
Yes.
for switcher, no latency.
A human eye, you will never see it. You will never feel it. And I am sure about that. You will have real-time video coming up on these cameras. Real-time video. Okay, guys, let's show you the next product. This is like, I don't want to take a lot of time, because there's also another colleague want to just say something. No, your boss sent me an email. Okay, guys, this is the next camera. Do you see it? This is another PTZ camera, remote camera. We call it HE130. This is another camera. This is different shape. What is the difference between this camera and the previous camera? I will show you. The application is the same. This one is 3G SDI camera. Yes, so the cable to the camera is 3G SDI one. And it has the same features, same everything. But the sensor of this camera is different. I'll show you something here. Yes. Okay, so the difference between these two cameras is in the sensor. The previous camera, you remember, it has one MOS sensor, 1/2.3" sensor, right? This one, it has 3 MOS sensor. So people who works in TV channels, they will like this camera because of the sensor itself. It has 3 MOS sensor. Application is the same. For people who's working in houses of worship or maybe in and a big event room or big convention hall, maybe that camera is perfect, more than enough for the requirement. But if you need more high-end camera, like the one with the 3G connection, the one with the 3MOS sensor, this one could be a right choice also. So usually people who like this camera, they're using it in reality TV, cooking show inside the TV channel, or live show where they need the remote camera. So this is the main difference between the two cameras. The application is almost the same. It depends on your budget also, because this camera is a little bit more expensive than that one. Okay? So this is an example of it. Okay? This is the camera. You can just go to the internet and you can search both cameras, HE40 and HE130. You can download the data sheet, you can read it, you can have a lot of details. I'm just trying to give a brief, because if I want to go deep inside each product, we'll not finish today. Maybe we need another 4 or 5 days to finish. So I'm just giving a brief about that. Okay, great. So I will show you now our new 4K camcorder. And I like this part of the presentation. Okay, great. Is it clear? Can you see it? Is it clear? Or shall I make it bigger? Okay, is it clear now? Great. So when I started my presentation, I said that we have two lineup of camcorders, right? The B2 ENG camcorders and the AVC camcorders. In the past, we used to have a camera called AC90 and AC160. These cameras used to be very famous HD cameras. Now, we discontinued them. We stopped these cameras. And we started now to release new 4K camcorders. And we are not calling them AVC cam anymore. We are calling them UX series. Okay? So we have the new UX180 camcorder, 4K camcorder, and new UX90 4K camcorder. So we have two 4K camcorders, plus a camera called DVX200, also it's a 4K camcorder. I will give you a brief about these cameras, and I will tell you about the main features of these cameras. Okay, so this is the camera. This is the camera from outside. First of all, the camera, it comes with fixed lens. So when you buy the camera, it comes with a lens fixed on the camera. So first of all, the lens, the used lens is Leica Decor. Who knows Leica Decor lens? Leica Decor. It's very well-known Japanese brand. So the lens that we are using on the camera is Leica Decor. And it gives you 20x optical zoom. I think 20x optical zoom is enough, right? For news gathering, for small event, or maybe for small reportage from the street, or maybe wedding, right? So 20x is nice. If you need a camera that can give you more than 20x, you need to buy one of our cameras that the lens is not built in, that you can change the lens. But this one, the lens is attached because it's more affordable to people, okay? And it can give you 20x. And I think it covers a lot of applications. Now, UX180, it comes with 20x zoom, and it has 24mm lens. And the cool thing about this camera, it has 1-inch sensor. It's big. 1-inch sensor. Is it big or no? It's really big sensor. Because usually the sensor is 1/2.3 or 1/1/3 inch sensor. This is 1-inch sensor, which is really nice. It gives you a very nice depth of field. It gives you more resolution, gives you more performance. Number 2 is the camera can shoot in 4K, 24p, or it can shoot in Ultra HD, 60p, or Full HD, 60p, and also it can shoot SD. And this is a nice feature, because some people still on SD, right? And all the new camcorders from different names, I don't want to mention names, different names, like Sony, GVC, I'm mentioning names now, and these people, the cameras doesn't shoot SD, the new cameras, right? And some people, they still in SD, they want to shoot in SD. So our cameras still shoot SD, this one. So this is another nice feature. And the cool thing about the camera itself, it has professional interfaces. Usually, do you need SDI in the camera? Do you need SDI?
Yeah.
Yes. Do you need HDMI?
Yes.
Okay, great. Both of them are available in my camera. Do you need XLR?
Yeah. Yes.
How many usually do you need?
So,
I have 2. Thank you for answering. Great. So we have 2. And this is like enough. So all the interfaces are really professional. And by the way, we have a connection also for ROB. If you have a remote, you want to control your focus or zooming. We have a port in the camera, so you can control them using a controller.
what's the input for the advance?
Sorry?
What's the input for the
It's jack. Yeah, it's a jack. It's a jack, yes. Now, the cool thing about these cameras, how we can record the media, what type of medium we are using. We are using normal SDX SIM cards, which you can buy it from any computer store, right? It's available everywhere, the SDX SIM card. So we are using 2 in each camera. Why 2? Because if one of the slots is full, you are shooting a video for a long time and your media is full, it will automatically shift to the second one. Not only that, but there's another feature. You can record 2 different video formats on each card, which is another nice feature. 2 different video codecs. Okay? Not only that, but the camera itself, it comes with ND filter. So it has an ND filter, 1/4, 1/8, 1/16 ND filter built in the camera itself, which is really a cool feature also. Okay, I will talk a very nice thing about, look, this is our full drive lens system inside the camera itself, how it works. Okay, so I will mention something about a nice feature in this camera. We call it OIS feature. It's a gyro system. It's a stabilizer. For example, if you are using the camera inside the car, or you are on airplane, you are just shooting aerial footage, or the camera is in a shaky place, you know the video will be very shaky, right? Yes, and the lens is moving, the quality is so bad, and you give big punishment to the cameraman because he was not stable, or maybe he was sick at that time and he was shaking his camera. So no, we have a very nice OIS feature. It's a gyro system, 5-axis gyro system. So if you are moving the camera very hardly, or if there's a lot of movement in the camera itself, the gyro system or the stabilizer system designed in the camera, the 5-axis gyro system, will keep the final picture very stable. So this is a one move.